This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one website platform for new entrepreneurs or seasoned veterans trying to create a beautiful website, but more on that later.
I'm sorry, dude, I just don't watch anime. But you'd like it. I know I'd like it, but that's the problem. I have an addictive personality, right? So when I like something, I'm not far from loving it. And then I'm gonna start consuming content around it at the same time, and now I'm missing birthdays and funerals and shit. What are you, Squidward in the Krabby Patty safe? Just watch a series here and there, like normal people. I don't have time. I have to watch A, B, and C for work. I can't fit your D. Whoa. So, is that what it feels like to hear that? Maybe in another life, I can start my anime arc. But you watched Tower of God, and you started Jujutsu Kaisen, right? Yeah, that was like 4 years ago, and then I stopped. But did you not like it? I loved it. I even said it in my Crunchyroll ad read at the time that I loved it. And the first comment I read in response to that was Tower of Mid. And I thought, that's mid? I really enjoyed that. That's mid? But doesn't that get you going? Doesn't that make you think about everything else that's out there? Calm your horny ass down. Yes, obviously, but I don't know where to start at this point. What do I watch with how little I've seen? Have you watched anything else? Do you count Indigo League and Duel Masters? Listen, why don't you just ask for some recommendations? It doesn't matter. I still would struggle to set aside all that viewing time for something that's not even related to work. So why not just make a video about it? What would the video even be about?
The task is simple. Become a weeb in 2025 and attend an anime convention with my very first cosplay. Even though I've been to an anime convention in the past, I will finally be able to say that I'm walking amongst my peers instead of just being some gooner in the corner. So I put out a tweet if any fellow creators watched anime and if they could help me out. I think right around 5 creator suggestions was a sweet spot to start off. So I asked them to submit a video or just a block of text giving me their suggestion and explaining why. I will then watch all of the series they suggest and come back to you with individual thoughts, updates, and reviews. And real quick, I want to emphasize these are their suggestions. Maybe you don't like the one they choose, think it's a bad starter, blah, blah, blah. It's their choice. And I'm the one watching it. If you want to discuss your thoughts on the choice, at least wait till I watch it, then we can talk about it. Love you. What you guys got for me? Today's sponsor is Squarespace. I recently finished shipping out unreleased merch that I had stocked up. I had initially got rid of some of it on a giveaway stream. I had to do everything myself, and I'm glad I gave it away for free because I did not want to manage payments on top of everything else I had to gather. But thank you, Squarespace. They not only help me sell the rest of the stock, but they handle the payments for me while giving my customers the most popular payment methods. So I launched the site, sold out, and Squarespace had all the necessary shipping info beautifully condensed for me, and I shipped it all out, packed it on stream too. The design intelligence not only helps you create a good looking site, but it simplifies the process so much. I could have spent hours messing with more and more details on the site. To be honest, I barely scratched the surface on what you can all really do. I'm just really happy that my site went live and worked perfectly. Lost-gg.com if you just want to take a look at this point. Sold out, reminder. Squarespace also helped guide me to buying a domain name for the Lost collection. I mean, the tools given to me might have you believe that I actually knew what I was doing. Squarespace did everything and more for me. So honestly, thank you, Squarespace. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/MistaGDubs to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. All right, Tevin, what is your suggestion?
So you need an anime, huh? A short one. I got it. Easiest choice of my life. Odd Taxi. Why? It's mysterious, but it's told in a way that's a little bit more traditional for film. I think it'll make sense once you watch it. It follows a narrative that's not so anime cliche heavy, and I think you'll really enjoy it, as well as the fact that you will not know what the fuck's going on until the dead last second, which I think you always appreciate in like horror movies and stuff like that. So hey man, whenever you want to come on and have a drink with your boy, I'm here. Eh?
Might have to take you up on that. Odd Taxi. Okay. All I'm thinking of is fucking Crazy Taxi from PlayStation, and that's leaving me with nothing. Odd Taxi. He said I'm not gonna know anything until the last episode? Okay. Right now I'm thinking it's like an underground street racing league of taxi drivers, but now I'm thinking it's a crazy tax driver with a scary past. Odd Taxi. This was not the photos I was expecting. But 2021, one season, we got a walrus taxi driver. I guess we're locked in. Fuck it. Why not? Mystery, one season. Oh yeah, we can body this. Yeah, we got it. All right, Odd Taxi, I'm locked in. Okay, as much as I can't stand this guy. Let me know what you're thinking, Hayden. What anime am I watching?
Okay, so I put a lot of thought into this one over the last week or so, and I think that the best short anime series that I could recommend would, without a doubt, have to be 86. It's 23 episodes long, so it's a little bit longer for a short recommendation.
That's easy work.
But it's about this war that's supposed to be fought with no casualties because it's these people fighting against robots, and the people that are fighting the robots are seen as less than the people commanding them. They don't even view them as people.
Racism.
So the analogies in the show are really good. The action is really good. The character building is really good. The characters themselves are really good. It's 23 episodes of absolute cinema. There isn't a bad episode. It accomplishes more in 23 episodes than most shows do in 5 or 6 seasons.
Shots.
86, in my opinion, is the best of the new generation animes and probably my second favorite anime of all time behind Attack on Titan, but you can watch that later. Anyways, watch 86. It's fantastic. Also, watch Solo Leveling, you piece of shit.
Okay, so I'll watch Solo Leveling, all right? Get off me, dude. 86. I like this. Okay, so a war, casualties, lots of racism. Okay, 86. What am I gonna see here? Ooh, okay, this one looks cool. Okay, 86. Ooh, this one looks real dictatory. Unlocked it, but he said 23 episodes? I could smoke that. I don't want to go to too many images. I don't want to dig in too deep into this. I like that he gave me a little blurb. I don't want to spoil anything because I know how easy it must be to probably drop into spoilers here. But 2021, same year as Odd Taxi, suggested by Tevin, 1 season, around the same amount of episodes. I think we're cooking. I think we got something brewing up here. I'm locked in. 86. All right, Scout. What anime do you think I should watch, buddy?
So, you're wanting to get into anime. Well, you've come to the right place. To preface, I don't want to tell you the super popular ones right now because A, either they're long, or B, this sounds weird, but they're too good. So if you have something like your Demon Slayer, like that looks really good, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend that for your first anime.
Okay.
That sounds weird. It's not like I'm saying that's like the best show ever or like amazing story, but visually it looks really good. So I feel like that might set the bar too high, but whatever,
Okay.
you do you. I'm going to suggest Death Parade, Death Note,
Parade.
and Trigun. Death Parade's like a psychological drama. It's really good, really short, if that
love me
interests
some
you.
psychological.
So Trigun is basically this goofy western with like these ridiculous weapons, and the style of it and humor are very reminiscent of those 90s cartoons, your like Pokemon of the time, so that might be really familiar. And Death Note is similar to
Call
Death
me a
Parade,
slur, why
but
don't
it's
you,
like
buddy?
this mind game thriller that is an ongoing, like enveloping story. It's really good. But yeah, take your pick. I would pick Death Note out of those, but you do you. Bye-bye.
I was looking at the clock go down. I was like, is he going to say anything else? Should've known better. Isn't Death Note long as hell? I mean, I don't know. Clearly, I don't know. Is Death Note only 1 season? Really? Why have I heard, or is it because it turned into a movie that I have heard so much about it? Really? I've heard this talked about so much. I'm surprised this has 1 season. There's probably a story behind that. He said Death Parade, psychological thriller. I love the sound of that, and I kind of just want to hit that just for that. And he said Trigun was the last one, right? Is this a movie? Oh, the 1998. Okay. Sorry, there was a few different things there. I think I want to start with Death Parade. The very little I'm looking at that. I love the little tiny look of it. I love our suave butler at the helm of it. He's probably not that at all. Great name. Psychological thriller. You've drawn me in already. I'm hitting with that. So that's 2015. We're gonna start with that one. And if I become the weeb I so desire to be, then I'll keep moving on through his suggestions. But I think I'll take Death Parade first and lock in that. Okay, Yoretta, what are we cooking up? I really hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm sorry if I didn't. So my honest recommendation would be Evangelion? There's probably a way better way to pronounce this. How do you pronounce this? Jeez. Evangelion? Help me out.
Evangelion.
No jelly in that?
Evangelion.
I think you're bullshitting me. Slow it down.
Evangelion.
Right, we'll blame them if I'm still incorrect on that. Strike it from the record, Evangelion. But I wouldn't consider that easily digestible. However, they said that they've watched me for a while, which I really appreciate, by the way, thank you. They've always enjoyed the horror content. They think I would enjoy it from every other level. I'm totally fine with that. I feel like as long as I like it, I don't really care. Like, this is gonna take a fair amount of time. I don't know how long. I'm hoping not that long. If the recommendation is just that much locked in, I feel like it's hard to be like, no, but find me something else. Now, there are other names mentioned here, which I'm also curious about. But I think since that was the first name that came to mind, I'm gonna lock that one in. One more time?
Evangelion.
That's what I said. Evangelion. Okay, let's take a look at this. 1995 sci-fi 1 season. Oh, I love me some sci-fi. Hell yeah. Okay, how many episodes are we talking here? Let me see. 26 episodes. I think I can cook that. I got that. Evangelion. The way I've said it this entire time, I'm locked in. All right, next, what you got for me? You said, all right, boom. Since you like JJK and Tower of God, which are relatively action-heavy and very flashy, I'm going to recommend Mob Psycho 100. This is a newish gen anime that has 2 seasons right now, but it's extremely action-packed and flashy as hell. Without going too much into spoilers, brief overview. Mob Psycho is about Mob, the main MC who has psychic powers and works under Arataka, who is a serial bluffer. Does that just mean a liar? Serial bluffer? I mean, this dude finesses like it's his middle name. These two hunt ghosts, but Mob is so powerful that he has to manually nerf himself before he goes tweaker mode and all hell breaks loose. Breaks loose. I will say, this show starts a little slow, but once it gets started, it goes. It has a ton of heart, narrative is solid as hell, and is high-key slept on. The artistic style and humor of the show, honestly, is what draws me in the most. It is simplistic, but the animation puts belt to ass when Mob walks the hell in. The color palette is phenomenal. The humor is pretty much the same as One Punch Man. I'm pretty sure it's the same creator. A lot of physical humor and lay funny moments. Main character is a twerp, and the way they animated that boy running in track practice geeks the hell out of me. On top of that, the action just slaps. Cannot emphasize the last part enough, dude. Okay, that's a sell. That's a fucking sell if I've ever read one. I like that. Even just off the little first paragraph there, having to manually nerf himself. Okay. I appreciate that you told me that it starts a little slow. I would hate to think wrong. I feel like that can kind of go with anything, right? You never know. But all right, Mob Psycho 100. He sent a little GIF, but that doesn't really tell me. Let me check this out here. All right, it's the same little person that was in the GIF. The same little person. I don't know if that's an adult or not. But either way, 2 seasons. I can clear that. 2016 to 2022. So still in that same... We're still working in the same timeline, pretty much, for the recommendations. So, all right. Mob Psycho 100. I'm locked in.
Are you sure you're ready for this? No?